Welcome back to the Tracie Trendy Show, my lovelies. It's another day. It's another dollar. And we have love and vengeance, my loves. Vengeance. Well, first on the docket is Julius and Alexis. Now, Alexis and her friend rolled up on Julius. Finally, we get to see this altercation. Now, he's with some chicks. They don't have the D's, but they claim to be video dancers. And somehow, they made their way up to the studio. I guess Julius ordered up these women from T-Boo with his EBT card. Okay. Man, that's a good line. And I got it from Facebook. I must be honest, all right? But you do have to worry about these chicks, or at least Alexis does. She had to worry about the good and the busted looking. Because I'm going to tell you, the busted ones, they'll be the first to throw meat down their throats. And if their game is good, they will take your man, and I would say Julius likes a strong-faced woman. Now, anyway, he's a rapper. He's going to be with girls, so he claims, and Alexis needs to deal with it. Now, words gets exchanged, and then bam, Julius hops in Alexis's car, and he drives like a blind bat out of hell, not giving a care about her car that takes her places to pay the bills and get an education. The houses, dumbass. Okay? Now, her poor bumper is screaming, and the undercarriage was sagging like Julius's straws. I mean, seriously, that scene right there tells you what he thinks about her. He couldn't care less. He swings back around, nonchalantly tossing Alexis' keys like he just returned a library book. And I guess he was hoping that Alexis would not be there. But bless her heart, she just stood and waited like she's a hall monitor, waiting to see where he goes and not anywhere towards those strong-faced chicks. And the worst part is, Julius did not care. He had that IDGAF glaze in his eyes like he's staring into his own personal music video. Probably wondering where he's magically a good driver. And he says that's his go-to look, the I don't give a fuck look. And, that he calls that his deep look. I'm just like, I just don't get it. Alexis is really soft. She came off really soft. Now, meanwhile, she does her confessional. And deep down, this woman has to know her worth as being more than Julius's doormat. I don't care if you're pregnant or not. You got to know you'd be more than that. But spoiler alert, she's probably going to lie down anyway. Which we know she's still with him, okay? And all I have to say is she needs a new soundtrack of her life and a new ride, preferably one without Julius behind the wheel. Moving on to Joey and Michael. Talk about different perspectives. Joey thinks the barbecue was great, and everyone, was just all caring and loving. And Michael feels pressured at that event, and he feels as if that was the worst outing ever. And somehow, a little bit of sense pops into Joey's mind, and he tends to realize that the more he pushes Michael, the more he pulls away. And Michael feels with that outing that they had, the 3 out of those 4 people there at that cookout knows he ain't for Joey. Everybody knows that but Joey. So eventually, Michael gets some balls, okay? I'm not going to say it in Spanish. Some balls, and he breaks up with Joey in 48 hours. I guess the crack was calling, and he couldn't fight the good fight. He did right, by giving Joey the heave-ho, because Michael knows he's going to be up to things, And speaking of up to things, Deandri and Kiana, next on the docket. Deandri pulls a fast one, say he's going to his job, okay? But he slips off to see his baby mama and his kids. Now, he tells his baby mama that he's engaged to Kiana, even though he never uttered those words, "Will you marry me?" Now, the baby mama, she tries to play it cool, but you can see those still waters running deep, and she's a little bit stunned. But she also knows his doggish ways. She knows that man. And she knows he's a hound dog, and he'll sniff his way back to her long ass. And sure enough, Kiana finds Deandri's freaky text messages in his phone to that woman and kicks him out. Now he's living with his daddy. Okay, but they're taking a break. But Deandri is working his way back to Kiana, who's another doormat who will fold and take him back in, because present time, they are living together as I make this video, my loves. Next on the docket is Courtney and Will. Now, Courtney gets a cool day. Will put some thought into it and sign her up for her first flight class, and she loves it. But she's conflicted since there are things that she loves and hates about Will. The main thing is his lack of trust in her. I mean, really, you did sound crackish over the phone, Courtney. Give it a break. You are a crackhead. You got to deal with it. So she gets triggered and she recounts a situation in which another boyfriend who didn't trust her and nearly choked her out. And so I think she has some misdirected anger towards Will. I mean, she should have had that smoke for that man who choked her out. But anyway, she and Will get into it when he blasted her for her sugar daddies, which he encouraged her to have because he wasn't coming off some coins for a con. And she said that if he supported her while she was in the pokey, she wouldn't have to entertain those men. And he's like, that's not a relationship. If we're in a relationship, we ain't changing coins. That's a financial ship. And so Courtney told Will that she's cutting ties with the sugar daddy. She cut ties. That's what she said. But that was determined to be the lie because she was just there texting these fools in the car while he's driving. And he said to her, go ahead and take the bus because I ain't believing that lies you cutting ties with those men. So he said he was out. We will see how that pans out, my loves. Moving on to Savannah and Bradley. They're on a break, but his sister, Alyssa, thinks Savannah needs to do a pop-up on this man. And I'm talking about a booby trap. She set Savannah up. And she knows this will be the straw that breaks the camel back. I guess Savannah's done being in the dark. So she's listening to this fool, Alyssa. All right. And she takes the bait because she feels as if she can't live in limbo and she needs to talk to her man. But why do you need to talk to him at his job site? Does she not know how hard it is to land a job for a con? And he has a good one. He's a roofer. So, well, the job site meetup ended up in tears and regret. They tried to make it a go, but ended up in one too many fights. So Bradley felt he could do bad on his own and he bounced. So Bradley and Savannah are no longer, and you can partly attribute that to Alyssa. Brooke and JK are next on the docket. Now, Brooke's back at the grind, clocking those hours. And while the cat's away, JK, that little sneaky mouse, is ready to slide into Alexis' DMs. Or better yet, her living room. See, JK got a whole thing for Alexis because she was a ride or die chick for him and his family. So this dude books it over to her crib, thinking it's smooth as butter. But what he doesn't know is Brooks got a whole Jason Bourne level tracker on his phone. Homie's about to find out what location services really mean. Now, JK's at Alexis is desperately trying to get the tea. Like, why, oh, why did you cheat on me? I'm a good-looking man, me and my 6 little broken teeth. He's looking for some emotional revelation or maybe some bones to jump on afterwards, preferably Alexis. Meanwhile, Brooke is straight up blowing up his phone. It's like a digital nuke went off, all right, in JK's pocket. Ding, 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 vibrate city. He's probably trying to play it cool, acting like it's just his mom reminding him to take the chicken out the freezer or something, but inside he's sweating bullets, knowing Brooke's going to pull up on him faster than a TikTok trend. Now, this is about to get messy, all right? We're going to get some popcorn for next week, my loves. This is all of my recap of Love After Lockup. Loves, like, and share the video. If you have not subscribed, what's holding you back? I don't charge you guys. Hey, like the video. Show some love. And in the meantime, between time, drop a comment below in the lines. Let's continue this conversation down in the comment section, in my loves. And I'm going to wish you all love, peace, and hair grease. And I'm going to check you all out on the flip side.